I started as an apprentice in high school, and it blows my mind how far I've made it now. I own a house, I got a super nice boat, associate's degree, and a bachelor's degree at the age of 22. When I was in 10th grade, they were going around showing videos of the MTU apprenticeship program, and I was like, hey, I want to do that. I want to go ahead and get my feet wet in a work environment. To me, I was going to get a head start on life. Before I did the apprenticeship, I actually played high school football, and I was good at football, but I realized that I wasn't good enough to probably play college football and get my way through college with it. And I knew I wanted to further my education, but I didn't want to be fresh out of school, $60,000 in debt. That's not the way I wanted to start my adult life. So my whole life plan just kind of changed at one video. When I first came home and brought my parents in the paper, my dad, he's a big sports guy, and they were no.
Well, when he first approached me and his mom, we actually tried to persuade him out of it. I said, you need to live your life right now, son. You're still young, you can work later on, but he was persistent with it.
And I could see their point, but to me, my mindset is I know in the long run this will pay off. I seen this as apprenticeship as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I have to jump on it now.
I could see the potential, but I still tried to talk him out of it because I didn't want him to grow up in a hurry. But I told him, you're pretty smart, son. If that's the way you feel, we're behind you 100%.
So I was a junior in high school when I started the apprenticeship. I come in here hungry for knowledge. I wanted to learn. Well, I know the more knowledge you get, it seems the more valuable you are. And you always have that skill to fall back on. You know that skill. Nobody can ever take that away from you. And I'm an engine guy. I love engines. And I've always just had a fascination with fixing things and working on things. And I've worked on cars all my life. It really interests me. And these engines are as big as cars. It's funny, I'll go to a cruise ship or something now and be like, hey, MTU engine, I may have had a hand on that. It really is just amazing.
Whenever he first started working, he was a lot more laid back, but once he got a job, his work ethic is second to none. He is a go-getter. After seeing the results, I would say it's a wonderful idea, and I think everybody that has a chance to do an apprenticeship should do it.
Right now, I'm a CNC machine operator with MTU. When I decided to take a job, one of the biggest seller points for me was they also paid for my tuition in college. And I was like, hey, I can get my college paid for and make good money doing it and learn a lot. So I went to Aiken Tech, I got an associate's degree in industrial maintenance, and I'm actually getting a bachelor's degree in quality systems. From a company's perspective, getting a younger person in there, if you can teach a guy or girl the right ways of doing things, if you want an open-minded person that's willing to learn, there's no person more open-minded than a 17-year-old. Outside of work, I actually have a landscaping business, and the first couple of years I worked here, I saved up enough money to buy the equipment. Had I not had that initial source of income from MTU, I would have never been able to jumpstart that business. And I was looking for a good employee, so I was like, what does MTU do? How do they get good employees? And I got to thinking, the apprenticeship program. So I put an ad up looking for a 17-year-old, 18-year-old high schooler, and he is my best employee to date. He has no bad habits coming in the door. I taught him everything, and it's the same as far as the whole apprenticeship program. I just broke it down to a smaller scale, and I use that to my advantage. Apprenticeship taught me so many life skills and being able to save money, and I do have some expensive hobbies. I have race cars, boats, and jet skis, and it's funny, all my buddies think, man, how do you do this? And I was like, MTU. And I know several people that didn't get in this program and they can't go anywhere to get a job because they don't have the experience. They got a year into college and dropped out, so now they're $20,000 in debt with zero experience in anything. Versus me, I had 5 years experience running a CNC machine and an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. At the age of 22, my buddies are still delivering pizzas. My thoughts on the future, I'm always looking to get better, and that's why I'm going to college. I'm hopefully to further my education, to grow as a person and an employee in the company. And I tell every apprentice that walks through that door on the first day, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. You may have to work a little harder to do this MTU program, but the opportunities are there if you're willing to take them and willing to put forth the effort. I cannot thank MTU enough for giving me at 17 years old a chance to do something like this and just really kickstart my career. Apprenticeship really is a great opportunity that I'm glad that I took advantage of. It was probably the best decision in my life. In the long run, obviously, it paid off for me, and it's still paying. I would highly recommend anybody get in this program and do it. It really is a great opportunity.